Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekal Kedash, giving up honor to the apostle, elders, a great millstone, peace and blessing to much pushing his truth and sincerity, and abide but bull. So, brother Apostle Kedash, coming to you giving the lesson. Alright, this time I'm talking about reincarnation. One of my favorite topics to hit. Why? Because it is biblical. It's a part of Jacob losing their heritage. 'Cause we reincarnation was in our nation a well-known thing. But when we lost our heritage, right, we lost that valuable piece of information, teaching us to not be afraid of death and what comes after death, or so-called death, because we don't really die. You just get hit with the reset button. All right, there's no place where you go and you burn forever. All right, there is a heaven. It's not exactly what the average person believes it to be, but there is a heaven. All right, but there is no hell where you go and you burn. Reincarnation, to keep it quite brief, there's been a cycle of reincarnation because the only way to break the cycle of reincarnation is to not sin. And the only person to do that is Yahweh Shai. He broke the cycle. Because why is reincarnation a thing? Because we live our life, we sin. The wages of sin is death. You must die if you sin, right? Because that's the ultimate judgment, or the sickness to the body, to the spirit. These chains of darkness. And after you die for your sins, right, you got to get reincarnated to try again. The only person to ever accomplish that is Yahweh Shai, and we understand that's what separates him from the average man, the average Israelite man. Right, because we know what the Israelites are separated from other nations. He's just on a completely another level himself. The only man to even accomplish that. That puts him in a league of his own. All right, but he's going to come back and break the cycle. He's going to come back. He's the nation of Israel's redeemer. All right. He's going to come back, and we're going to be saved through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But right now, we're in this cycle of reincarnation. You're born, you sin through your life. Not saying be a sinner, like you just don't give a fuck walking around sinning, but like everybody sin. Contrary to what you might hear at this camp or that camp, everybody sins. So therefore, you're going to die without the Redeemer coming back and breaking the cycle. This is Daniel 12:13. But go thou away till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. Now they say, but go thy way. So he's telling Daniel, do your thing till the end be. What is the end? He's talking about the end of days. What we in right now? For thou shalt rest. Rest meaning death. Because when you go to the spiritual world, or when you die, you go get rest from what? This hell is hell on earth. Sickness, agony, pain, suffering, the loss of loved ones, the loss of wages, a terrible, gruesome life. These are the type of things that can happen to you down here. Not every go-around is as bad as the last or the next, but you've had a terrible life here and there. You might have been born armless. You might have been born with a foot sickness. You know, you had a lot of kids, their parents got AIDS, and they born with AIDS. Imagine having a sexually transmitted disease and you've never even had sex. That's hell. All right, so this place would be the condition of hell would be here on earth. And when you die, you get your rest from this place because it's really hard down here compared to the in the spiritual world where you just rest. All right, it say, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. So how could Daniel be here at the end of days? Daniel lived from 620 to 538 BC. All right. You know how long ago that was? Because it tells you when he died, 538 BC. So how is he here? Because he didn't live to the year 2023 under the name of Daniel. It would be spiritual if he was a man named Daniel today, though. Just throwing that out there. That would be actually pretty raw. But he died and he came back in the reincarnation. Probably more than likely more than once. This is Malachi 4 and 5. Behold, I send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Elijah was around the 9th century BC. And Malachi was around 5th century BC. They were 400 years apart. Elijah had been dead for almost 400 years. So how could he send you Elijah the prophet? Reincarnation. Once again, Malachi basically said, behold, in the last days, a day when Malachi, under that name of Malachi, wouldn't even be alive, he's going to send you Elijah, who Elijah had already been dead. He was speaking on reincarnation. Elijah in the reincarnation was going to come back. That was prophecy. To get the nation of Israel back rolling, who we believe to be Abba Biblis, Elijah the prophet. All right, I wanted to grab a couple more scriptures. This is Job 19 and 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And through after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in flesh shall I see Yahweh, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. He said from verse 25, I just had to read it all the way out. I know that my Redeemer liveth, Yahweh Shai. He was the Redeemer of the nation of Israel, Yahweh Shai. And that he shall stand at the latter days. The latter days were the last days upon the earth, meaning Yahweh Shai is going to come back in the flesh. He's going to come back in, not this flesh we're in, but he's going to come back like a man with a body. Verse 26, he said, and though my skin worms destroy this, although after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in flesh shall I see Yahweh. If you in flesh, that means you here with a body on the earth living. Meaning he knew one day the body he was in then was going to die. The worms, his body was going to decay. He was going to go back to the rest of the spiritual world. He was going to lay for a while and get back up because of reincarnation, a brand new body, a restart, the reset button. Try again. So that would have to be reincarnation. What, Job his body gonna come back together and the atom was gonna reconnect and he gonna see how it no, he's gonna come, he's here in the reincarnation. He said, whom I shall see for myself. If you seeing something for yourself, I mean, does that need to be explained? He gonna see it with his own eyes. Meaning he will be here in the last days to see Yahweh Shai. This is Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen. Revelations was written how long ago? It's talking about the last days when Yahweh shall come back. Every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. Who pierced him? The Romans. When he was on that cross, who poked him? Who stabbed him? So them same people who put hands on Yahweh Shai, niggas is spitting in the crowd, they hearing the reincarnation and they're gonna see Yahweh Shai come back and they're gonna be struck down with fear. All right, with that, I'm gonna end this lesson giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash, giving double honor to the apostle, elders, great millstone, peace and blessings, brothers pushing this truth and sincerity. Until next time, Shalom.